Do you want to know how to create a character with flaws and redeeming qualities in less than an hour? Allow me to introduce you to Geppetto. That's actually not this character's name. You can use whatever character name you want to. For those of you who don't know, these are tarot cards, and I use these to help other writers like yourself get out of writer's block. To get started, we see that Geppetto is already wanting to keep his material items close to him and keep his resources close to him. There's probably been some stealings and people are stealing things from him. He's probably not able to keep track of all of his material items, and maybe people are taking resources away from him that are actually his. With his background, we've got with the Hanged Man reverse, it shows that he's always on the go. He's never able to really take a pause. Probably some sort of protection. There's probably something to where hunters, he's never really able to settle down. There's never really a chance to take a pause and just rest. It always has to be emotionally on. This is the King of Cups, the Sire of Cups. He seems to like he needs to keep his emotions, keep going, keep on track, because if he takes a moment, like here, if he takes a moment to cry, it seems like he may not be able to have a chance to recover. Here we've got the Four of Wands, it's in reverse, so there's really no chance to plan a celebration. They are always on the go. This Geppetto is always working, he's always leaving, and there's always some sort of danger lurking in the background that he never really has a chance to, live. The background of his motivation is he just wants to have peace and quiet. He just wants to build something where it's safe for his family, to hang out, to be cool, to feel safe and feel stable. His self-view is the sun. He feels like he's in the right. He feels like he has a very clear head, knows exactly what he's talking about, he knows all the dangers, he knows when they're going to attack, probably also very stubborn. The public or external view, people around him, the outside people, can see right through this. They know that he's stressed out and he's overstressing himself out and not allowing himself to take a moment to live life. His close family and close friends want him to relax. Hang out with friends, get some drinks after work, that kind of a thing, and not be so serious all the time. It's like a military guy that never takes a minute to be well, in this case, a dragon, but I was about to say human, but in this case, a dragon. For his first flaw, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Now, the Nine of Wands upright is actually someone who's been through hell and back and is still standing to fight the good fight. But because this dragon is still fighting and still not taking a chance to celebrate, still wants to have some stability, that he's right, and everyone else just wants him to kind of relax, I think that this is more of an internal thing to where he's just putting all of the pressure on his shoulders, and he thinks that nobody else is there to help him. The Ace of Cups here, another flaw, he doesn't seem to be very in tune with his emotions. He says that he is a wall. He's built some masculinity around his emotions, and he needs to actually let go and allow some femininity in order for him to move forward with his life. Some redeeming qualities, it seems like he understands the troubles of having no material items and also all the traveling. He can see, if you look at these people or these animals, they are traveling to a safer space, safer pastures. So it looks like to me that his redeeming quality is that he understands that his constituents, he understands that his group, his friends, he understands that they are tired. They are exhausted. He can see that. But he just needs to push them just a little bit further just to keep going, which could also be included into this Nine of Wands reversed. Another redeeming quality here is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles in reverse, pages are like the production assistants of the tarot, and this page is learning about their health, their body, and their money. With it being reversed, it's blocked, delayed, healing, or internal energy. I'm getting more of a fact of it, with it being a redeeming quality, I'm getting more that he is a go-getter. He is able to do the work, and he is willing to put the work in order to achieve what he wants. There is something, though, that he's not quite understanding, that he's very inexperienced in. I feel like he's very inexperienced in having a social life. Moving on to an internal conflict that he has, it seems like he's trapped himself, at least mentally. But whatever made him decide that he needs to keep moving, he thinks probably life as a dragon is always about moving, always about going to the next spot, not able to ground any roots anywhere. And so I think that his goal is so set on grounding his roots with these swords in there that he's just not able to to live life to its fullest with his friends and accept what he has at the current moment, and also not allowing himself to go on some new emotional journeys, because he's not quite where he wants to be. What is he hiding? Because this is a reversed Fool, because he's facing that way, the top of the card is facing left, it's a reversed Fool, so he's hiding some sort of a plan from his constituents. They know he's got something, and they know that there's something from his past he's not talking about, and so he's hiding this plan as to how he's going to get them to this area. And then we get to the why. We have the Six of Wands. It's also in reversed. So again, blocked, delayed, healing, or internal energy. With the Six of Wands, it seems like he wasn't recognized. None of his ideas were recognized. He wasn't cheered on. It seems like he wants better for everyone else, but he also thinks that it's a weakness to show people what he truly likes, what he truly wants to be. If this is a villain, this would be the view of the main character. If this character is your main character, this would be their view of the world or their antagonist. Empress is like the mother of the tarot. Mothers are traditionally lovers, nurturers, allowing growth, the feminine side. With this being reversed, it seems like he thinks that the world is mean, just not fun to be in, and horrible and not great. Now I've added 3 cards to this spread just to make it my own. So how this character expresses love, we've got the Chariot. Reversed or not does not matter, so we can flip this over. It is a major arcana, and the major arcana is an act of service. So how he's showing all of his constituents love by trying to get them to a safer space, get them to safer pastures, help them survive. He's probably making them all go through military stuff, learning to fight, learning to protect themselves. It's not exactly what his constituents want, but that's how he knows how to show his love. How he receives love, interesting, is quality time. That's a very conflicted character, because if he's having some emotions here that he's holding back, or he's protecting, having some masculine thoughts, and not willing to go on a new emotional journey, with it being cups here, it seems like he likes quality time, but I don't know that he's able to have it. He just doesn't have time for it, or at least he thinks he doesn't have time for it. And this is the card at the bottom of the deck, and it's the Two of Wands. This is expansion. He is looking out on this big, wide open land, valley, and he wants to know what he can do with it. He is actually experiencing or envisioning what he can do with this land to help his community get what they want and be safe and be sound. This is almost like the Land Before Time, if you kind of think about it. But so the card at the bottom of the deck is kind of like an extra goal, or another defining thing that makes the character who they are and what they are trying to do. Even though this character has a plan about what he's trying to do to save his community, he is telling them all about it. He's telling them what the end result is. He's just not telling them how he's going to get them there. So that was a quick and dirty character description. So I'm Chris. I'm a tarot reader who helps screenwriters and authors complete 3 to 8 projects in less than a year using tarot cards. I believe that when a writer uses the images of tarot cards, they can get more immersed into their story, so that by the time their story reaches their readers' hands, the world is just so rich that the readers just won't be able to stop turning pages. To take this a little bit further, I also have over 70 specialized decks. In this case, we were looking at a dragon story, or at least a dragon character. I got military, I got probably extinction kind of a feel, I got probably we need to move, kind of a Land Before Time issue that I mentioned earlier. That's kind of what I got from this character. This character seems to be more of a king, someone who wants to protect his community and wants his community to get to a more safer space. But what did you see?